the oldest city in Europe may be having a resurgence. This is how it will play out and what you should be looking for if you are looking to globalize your life and find better places to invest. Hello and welcome back to the Traveling Report. Today I am here in Plovdiv, Bulgaria, the oldest city in Europe. Now, Plovdiv is interesting as you wouldn't notice that it is the oldest city in Europe. And I say this because in a lot of cases, it doesn't seem like it. It seems like a modern city with an amazing city center that perhaps, yes, is older. It is more rustic, let's say, than what I think of a brand new city like Chicago would be. However, in Plovdiv, there's somewhat of a inflection point, let's say, for what is happening and how this city is rebuilding itself after years and years past its peak, which was before a lot of modernity even happened. And I'm presently walking near city center, and as you can see, it is a very green city. It is a place where for sure we'll see greenery, you will see mountains, and it's a very beautiful city as well. While it may seem older on the surface as well, in some regards, there are a lot of creature comforts, and there are a lot of places that I would say indeed do look very new. They do look very well maintained, and something that makes it odd is that it is so well preserved, and a lot of it is built actually into the architecture of the modern day. And of course, this isn't going over necessarily the history of Plovdiv, as I'm sure there's plenty of people who already have, but it's going over what the potential is for the future of this city. As many of my Bulgarian friends would tell you, I am very contrarian in what I believe, and I am very staunch in what I believe. And for me, Plovdiv is an insanely good location if you are looking at quality of talent, the quality of education. It has some of the best educational institutions in Bulgaria. It is insanely industrious. It's literally an industrial city initially. Well, not initially, it was the capital, the former capital of Bulgaria. However, you understand what I'm saying. So it has all of this going for it. So, of course, when I say that it's going to have a resurgence, I truly do mean it will happen to be a very large resurgence, and one that is large economy growth that obviously not a lot of cities have. And as Bulgarians move back to Bulgaria en masse, I believe that there is a strong case to be made that Plovdiv will surpass Sofia in a lot of key areas. I don't necessarily think that Plovdiv will grow to a larger economy. However, I do believe it will be a more industrious place, and I believe it'll be a higher quality of living than in Sofia, as I believe that the vast majority of Bulgarians are going to go back to Sofia, which makes growing a business in Plovdiv that much less competition, which inherently creates a better experience for those trying to grow a business. And additionally, while I do believe that capital will come back from, for example, the UK, France, Italy, the places where Bulgarians do end up moving, I don't believe it will be evenly distributed And I believe that Plovdiv is unique in that it does have a lot of people who I believe will be retirees coming in, which may sound counterintuitive. It may sound like, oh, why would I want to go to a place with a bunch of retirees? Because retirees have money. And what you gain from going to a place that is getting a lot of capital, but isn't getting a lot of job placements, is people who are hungry for jobs, who they know people with money, they know people who can invest, but they don't want the work that is associated with being in business and being in these sorts of scenarios. And so it creates a huge opportunity in the near future to where Plovdiv in Bulgaria is someplace that I believe will be significantly more well capitalized than it is currently. Bulgaria in general right now is honestly not the most capitalized country, and I believe that that will change as time goes on, of course, as capital flight is not happening at the same rate it was even just a few years ago. And so, of course, if you are looking for contrarian plays, which I often do, I believe that Plovdiv is one of the best contrarian plays currently in Europe. And I believe that the Bulgarians I've met make this city all the much more better from a perspective of hospitality, but additionally a job placement. People here are smart. People here speak amazing English. Honestly, I get stopped more often in English than I do people thinking I'm Bulgarian. Of course, I don't look Bulgarian, so go figure. But in essence, you get a lot more optionality here as time goes on. And I think that with that being the case, it's some place you should definitely look into in the near future. That said, I am walking back to my hotel, so I have to get off. But this was sort of my first impressions of Plovdiv, Bulgaria, and I hope to have further communication with some of the municipal leaders here. I'm going to talk with a ministry tomorrow. I'll just walk in and hopefully I can give you some information on what is necessary to create a business, to get citizenship, things like this. So if you are at all interested in those videos, feel free to subscribe. If you appreciated this video, feel free to like it. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to share it. If you're looking for one-on-one consulting on these topics exactly, feel free to reach out down below in the description. Calendly link, 15 minutes, one-on-one, absolutely free. This has been the Traveling Report, and I'm off.